It's very expensive, and for a non-premium set, that's what they set themselves. If we allow at the player base that they tell us a non-premium set, 400 euros a set booster box, then we can't at all complain about the next set that will be like 500 because it's premium. And in my point of view, if you tell it's non-premium, then make it normal prices, and if you tell me it's premium, then put premium cards. We have so many legendary creatures that need reprints, the shock duels that need reprints. We have fetch lands. I know we are waiting now like 5 years almost for the Horizon lands, Elliott colors. So there are a lot of spots that were able to put inside and they didn't do it, and now they can't complain that nobody is buying the sealed product. Hi guys, this is Blacksword MTG, and in this video we are talking about the upcoming banned and restricted lists, the different formats, and what I think it will probably be banned. Plus we have a check in Germany especially how Commander Masters are going, and I want to think about this product and if you should buy it or not. Let's go. So first of all, we will talk about Modern, because I play mainly Modern in paper, and we're at the Pro Tour. And if you can see it right here on the screen, that the One Ring and Orcish Bowmaster, both new cards, and they come up in place 1 and 2 of the most played cards in the decks. In my opinion, perhaps Wizard of the Coast has 2 options. They can say, okay, Lord of the Rings shouldn't be Modern Horizon 3, but it accidentally is with these 2 cards, and we have to go on like this. We are sorry. Or they take both of them out of the meta. Probably, if you see this big impact, it's better to reduce the meta from 2 cards than banning other cards and after a few weeks see it's still not changing and we have to ban them. I was a big friend of the decision that they made with Omnat in Standard before it came out, to ban it preemptively. Now they have the choice to do the right thing and probably react to the thing. I know that a lot of pros are telling that it's not necessary, but at least in my LGS, it's the demand for Modern is decreasing. And in my point of view, it has a lot to do with the change of the meta. Let's see how MTG Goldfish is telling you how it's going in Modern. And here you can see as well that Orcish Bowmaster is the second most played creature, and the One Ring is on place 5 with the most played card overall. That's a big impact, and in my point of view, it's the easy way to get back to a bit more stable meta game that we had before. And also we have to think about that the most played card overall is Shadows of the Void. It's mostly sideboard card, I know, but still 56% of the card that is mainly therefore to be played on 0 and avoid playing spells that are for free in the Cascade decks like Living Land and Rhinos. We still have to think about this way too, because in my personal opinion, Modern is getting worse. We have so many just linear decks that want to play their strategy without even considering playing much interaction, because they just want to push down their play patterns. So game 1 is just hit or miss all the time, and then it's getting interesting. We are not getting back the game 1 interesting games. You know what I mean? So the One Ring and Orcish Bowmaster is probably the 2 cards that I would ban. And because Raktar Scam is producing a lot of non-games, probably Grief also. But Grief is... I can remember that Raktar Scam wasn't the best before the Ring and before Orcish Bowmaster. So perhaps Grief is fine. But these 2 cards are too impressive I cannot see how they will be in the metagame anymore. So second, we are going to talk about standard, and in standard it's quite obvious. Geodra's Apocalypse has like 57% of the top played creatures, is on place 4 from the top overall cards, and it makes such a big difference as this 4-drop is hitting the battlefield that I cannot see how Wizards is still fine with it, that everything is turning around this card. I think if Mono Black King is able to get a hit and still be one of the top decks in the meta, so probably Geodra will be fine. And then let's see how the meta is shifting. For Pioneer, Rakdos is quite strong. Everybody is talking about Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you ban Fable, for me, then you have to do something about the second deck, and the second deck is Karn, also Mono Green Devotion. So probably if you ban Fable of the Mirror Breaker, I would ban Karn also. They can play a 4-drop, but at least they don't have all the utilities that they get outside of the main board. That's way too consistent to play in this meta. So in my mind, you can think about Fable and Karn. And if you want to get crazy, and I know that Thought Thieves, as you can see here, is 29% of the meta. You can also think about if it's not better to get rid of Thought Thieves and change the meta completely. It's a Thought Thieves format, and if you get rid of Thought Thieves, then they will be changing a lot of things. I also would consider to get rid of Thought Thieves, stay with Fable and see what's happening then, because you're winning almost every time turns with Thought Thieves. And perhaps it would make the Rakdos mid-range not that consistent if you get rid of Thought Thieves. As we can see in Legacy, the most played creature is Orcish Bowmaster. I'm not playing that much of Legacy, but 46% is quite much for a completely new card. In a format where blue is the best color, probably this is weird. I can imagine that a lot of Bowmaster decks compete against each other with different variants, but also here we have to consider that Orcish Bowmaster is perhaps too big for the impact is too big. Now we can talk about Commander Masters in general, and in my opinion, so if you're charging 214 euros with a collector pack for four boosters, then your EV should be really high. And the collector boxes with the special treatments are always catching up the price somehow, because there are collectors that want these special versions. But as you can see here, sealed product is dropping from 214 euros to 190. And 190 is a big dip. I don't know what the prices that they have to pay for the distribution to get the product, but as you can see, the amounts, they are big, so they don't get rid of the sealed product, so probably it will drop even more. But my most criticism is coming for the set displays. I don't get it how the set booster box is even considered to be, what was it, like 380 euros from the start. I cannot see where is this value coming from. It doesn't make any sense. Really, it doesn't make any sense. If you need singles, buy these singles. These prices are dropping like crazy. But the sealed product, to take the risk below 250 euros, probably even 200. I can see this dropping extremely in the next. As you can see here, with so much supply, I can't see how this is not dropping extremely in the next weeks. People are just not buying this product. Even it's dropping like almost 30 euros and people are not ordering. So as I told you, with 250 I would buy that. I know that all the shops probably and the LGSs are losing a lot, but I don't know if it's the fault of the player base that they are ordering as much from the distribution. I think in the next couple of months and years we have to be more suspicious what Wizard is doing. They are printing too much, way too much, and offering for a lot of cards no EV. I mean, here are cards inside that just had one or no reprint until now, so they have high prices in the beginning, but when the supply is coming all over the market, then the prices are dropping like crazy. For example, I have 2 Sakamas, which one Sakama was here to sell. It was like 13 euros and now it's like €3.50. As you can see, it's like 70% drop rate, and there are a lot of things like this that would drop insane, and I don't know if they can recover the price. So be careful with buying sealed product. I would always tell you just buy singles, and if you see this price dropping insanely down to at least less than 300, then you can perhaps purchase something. And the draft display is the only one rising up, and in my opinion it was 278, now it's 269, but it's also like 266, and it's a big amount and people are not buying this. Also probably the uprising is because this is the cheapest box and decent amount of cards, you know, because yes, you can also pay like the collector box but you get 4 boosters. Yeah, at least you get a decent amount of boosters. Draft booster boxes are missing all special prints, so yeah, 150 or something is fine. The rest is way too high. We will see how this is evolving, but that's my point of view. Tell me what you think about the bannings that will happen tomorrow, and what do you think about the product. Did you buy Commander Masters? Short interruption from the editing. I heard that the draft experience from the draft booster boxes is fine from this set, so perhaps that's also one of the reasons why draft booster boxes are not that much decreasing as the other twos. But still, it's very expensive, and for a non-premium set, that's what they set themselves. If we allow at the player base that they tell us a non-premium set 400 euros a set booster box, then we can't at all complain about the next set that will be like 500 because it's premium. And in my point of view, if you tell it's non-premium, then make it normal prices, and if you tell me it's premium, then put premium cards. We have so many legendary creatures that need reprints, the shock duels that need reprints. We have fetch lands. I know we are waiting now like 5 years almost for the Horizon lands, Elliott colors. So there are a lot of spots that were able to put inside and they didn't do it, and now they can't complain that nobody is buying the sealed product. I wish you a good evening, good morning, bye bye.